Good day, everyone. We're here to present and discuss the literary timeline of Europe. Literature has evolved across centuries, reflecting values, struggles, and creativity of each era.
Ancient period literature focused on myths, epic poems, and early philosophy to explain gods, heroes, and life origins. Stories were mostly oral at first, helping preserve culture and history. Notable writers: Homer, Sophocles, famous work, the Iliad, the Odyssey, Oedipus Rex.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. I am Bob and Carlo Benandres, and let's start with the medieval period, also known as the Middle Ages. This era lasted roughly from the fall of the Western Roman Empire around 500 AD to the dawn of the Renaissance in the 14th century. During this time, religion and the church played a central role in everyday life and in arts, as well as the literature was heavily influenced by Christian morality, faith, and the ideals of honor. Many works aim to teach moral lessons and reinforce religious beliefs. Interestingly though, much of the literature was anonymous. You may ask why, but because the authorship was not considered as important as the message itself. And some of the most notable writers includes Dante Alighieri and Geoffrey Chaucer. Dante's artwork reflects the Christian's belief about the afterlife. It uses vivid imagery to depict the soul's journey towards salvation, emphasizing morality, divine justice, and human salvation. While Chaucer's arts, one of his arts, is a collection of stories told by pilgrims traveling to Canterbury. It provides a lively and often humorous snapshots of medieval society, illustrating values, social classes, and moral attitudes. Moving forward to the Renaissance, meaning rebirth, this period marked a revival of classic Greek and Roman ideas. It was a time to renewed interest in human potential as well as creativity and the arts itself. Renaissance literature basically highlights humanism, which focuses on human emotion, individual achievement, and the beauty of the natural world. Writers and artists explored themes of love, science, art, and human nature. And two of the most famous figures from this period are William Shakespeare as well as Leonardo da Vinci. So, Shakespeare basically created the Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet, delved into complex human emotion, love, revenge, tragedy, and ambition. For example, in Hamlet, Shakespeare explores themes of revenge as well as madness and morality, prompting audience to reflect on human existence and moral dilemmas. In the other hand, Leonardo da Vinci, though, primarily known as the artist and scientist, embodied the Renaissance ideal of the Renaissance man, basically a master of multiple disciplines. His artworks like, of course, the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper are celebrated for their realism, intricate details, and use of perspective, which brought a new depth to portrait and religious scenes, basically. And the Mona Lisa, with her enigmatic smile, invites viewers to ponder the mysteries of the human soul and emotion. And that's it.
The Enlightenment period was a time when people started valuing reason, science, and logic over tradition, religion-based authority, and superstition. Writers and thinkers believed that knowledge and education could improve society and human life. During this period, literature was used as a tool to spread ideas about freedom, equality, government, and social reform. Instead of focusing only on stories for entertainment, works were more often meant to teach lessons, encourage critical thinking, and question unfair systems. Some famous figures of this period include Voltaire and John Locke. Voltaire's work Candide is one of the best-known examples. It criticizes blind optimism and shows how people should rely on reason rather than false beliefs.
Next up is Romanticism period. Romanticism was literary movement that arose as a reaction against the Enlightenment's focus on reason and science. Instead of logic, it celebrated the strong emotion, imagination, and the beauty of nature. Writers valued individual freedom and personal feelings, often finding inspiration in landscapes and the human spirit. Two of the most important figures were William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, whose collection Lyrical Ballads in 1798 marked the beginning of English Romantic poetry. In short, Romanticism was about passion, creativity, and the power of nature, an era that gave voice to the heart as much as to the mind.
The Victorian period was shaped by the effects of industrialization. Literature during this time focused on real social issues such as poverty, inequality, and the challenge of rapid urbanization. Writers often use realistic storytelling to show everyday life while also including strong moral lessons. Two of the most notable authors were Charles Dickens and Charlotte Bronte. Some famous work from this era include Oliver Twist, which highlights the hardship of poor children, and Jane Eyre, which explore themes of independence, morality, and social class.
Good day, everyone. Let me tell you about the literary movement called Realism and Naturalism, which was prominent from the 1850s up to the early 90s. Instead of presenting a romanticized or perfect version of life, these styles aim to show reality exactly as it existed. Realism focuses on depicting ordinary daily experiences and the social challenges people face. Naturalism took this further by exploring how external factors like where a person grows up, their family background, and the condition of their society have a direct impact on their behavior and life path. Stories were written in a clear, simple way and often based on actual situations. This movement produced many impactful works across different countries. For example, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is a well-known piece that brings to life what childhood was like in 19th century America, with realistic details that also show the social dynamics of that era. Other influential works from this time explored everything from working class struggles to the effects of industrialization on communities.
Modernism period from 1900s to 1940s. Modernist literature experiment with new writing style, such as stream of consciousness narration, fragment structure, and deeper exploration of human thoughts and emotion. Influenced by world wars and social change. Notable writers: T.S. Eliot, James Joyce. Famous work: The Wasteland. Postmodernism period from 1940s to present. Postmodern literature questioned absolute truth and used irony, parody, and experimental technique, often mixing different genres and breaking traditional storytelling rules. Notable writers: Thomas Pynchon, Umberto Eco. Famous works: The Name of the Rose.
So that's all the literary timeline of the Europe. And here's the members of the group too. Thanks for listening and for watching.